I forgot to do the intro thing. Hello, Renee. Hello, Renee. Hello, Melissa. And hello, Janine. And I am doing fine. I hope you all are doing fine. And it's a little chilly here. Okay. And Ashley's in the background watching for the guppies. I am using Everyday Witch today. And just going to warn everyone that, there could be a break in the performance for a few minutes. Anyways, starting at the top, there's Renee, Melissa, Jeannie, and Shay Shay. And Jeannie, yes, I'll pull a card for Brandon as well. So let's get started. Renee, the first card I have is Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords normally, let me find a position for it. The Three of Swords normally represent communication, but it's also about a little bit of sorrow of having to let something go. But it's also about writing down what's bothering you and maybe talking to someone as well. But it's mainly about memories. It's memories of things that have passed. And you know how sometimes those memories weigh on us and we think we got them underhand and then we find out we don't. So the Three of Swords says to me that there's something that's weighing heavily on your mind, on your soul, on your psyche, and that you really need to either write it out, talk to someone about it, or just let it go. Okay, I know it's easy for me to sit here and say that, but that's basically what I would tell you anyways. And yes, Sarah, I will. Melissa, I have for you the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles, as you can see, she is harvesting her fruit, which is Pentacles. And this is about harvesting what you have planted, to making sure that your ideas, your concepts have all gone out there, not just to universe, but you've put into motion what you would like to see. And that you are actually finding that it's falling into place and things are beginning to look up for you, basically. Jeannie, good evening. For yourself, we have the Nine of Swords. Maybe some mornings you wake up a little cranky and maybe you're not a morning person. I'm a morning person. I get up and I start my day and I don't stop talking till I go to bed. And even then, sometimes at night, I probably talk in my sleep. Whereas my daughter is one of those people who get out of bed and you do not talk to her until like noon. Okay. So if you happen to be not a morning person or you're contemplating cutting your hair, this isn't the time to do it. This is the time for you just to sort of relax, take time, but it also shows studying. So there may be some new courses or new ideas around yourself that you need to read up on so you can actually do them. Brandon, follow the music. You have the Judgment card, but this reminds me of the Pied Piper, and this is follow your music, follow your beat. You can listen to other people's beat, but the truth is at the end of the day, you should be following your own beat. You should be actually looking. Oh yeah, I answered your question there. You should actually be looking for that settlement, that perfect rhythm that keeps you going. And Jeannie, I actually didn't read the question, okay? But that would say that home life is settling down, that you are going to have work and school, and things are going to fall into place. All right, Shay Shay. So remember, this is by person. As I go down the list of people, I'll read for you. So good evening, Shay Shay, and glad to see you're back as well. I was a little bit sick, feeling better now. Is Dave trying to tell me anything? Would love a card pull, please. This, you have the Nine of Pentacles, Shay Shay, and this is about looking after yourself. This is making sure that you are getting the right fluids, that you're literally pampering yourself. And I think that's what Dave's trying to say, is basically look after yourself, be true to yourself, take time for yourself. Remember, the person within needs to be nurtured as well. Hello, Sarah. I will pull a card for you, and then for Adam Campbell. All right. For you, you have, Sarah, the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords, first of all, swords are all about communication. But the Six of Swords are moving away from something that's held you stagnant. And now you're moving into a direction that actually brings you the joy and satisfaction of where you want to be. It's progress, basically. That's what the Six of Swords right now is telling me, that you are making progress. And keep going. Don't stop. It's a straight line. You may have to detour a little, or do a little left-right turn, duck and roll. But Sarah, you're heading in the right direction. Adam, choices. That's what this card is about. Do you go left, do you go right, or do you go straight up the middle? And so, Adam, this is all about choices, and it's trusting your instincts, that you're making the choice that is best suited for you. Not what's best suited for everyone else, but for yourself. So trust your instincts, Adam, as you're making your choice. And it doesn't matter. You could go left, right, or right up the center. Any of those choices would be good for you, but it has to resonate with you for you to actually feel it. Renee, you're welcome. And can I pull a card from McGill? Yes. Ace of Swords. This is the Champion card. This is coming above difficulties. This is, no matter what way the wind blows, he's headed in the right direction, Renee. That this is celebration. This is victory. So whatever it is he's trying to do, it is definitely good for him. So tell him to be proud of who he is. And that what the direction he takes in life will be the direction that is actually laid out for him before he even got here. Hello, Leslie. Nice to see you. Leslie, I have for you the Two of Wands. And I like this card. It's sort of playful. You have the gecko going up, you have the two cats, and you have the magic ball. Just like this one, Look into your future. What do you see? Okay. Depending on how you roll the ball, depends on what you see in it. And they're saying to look deep into your own crystal ball, that what you desire, you hold on to what you know, but you may be moving, Leslie, into a new direction, a new energy field. And for me, that would be excellent for you. Melissa, you are welcome. Hello, sister. Penelope, and then Catherine, Shay, you're welcome. And then Lisa, Sarah, you're welcome. And so next is my sister, Penelope, who I see can't spell any better than I can. So, Penelope, I have for you the Lovers. And what I like about this card is it's not about two people coming together and being in love. This is a card about using both sides of your energy, the male, the female energy, and it's bringing it together and letting it work for you, for trusting it, for believing in it. And it's like a guiding light. It's almost like the beacon in the darkness that says, hey, come this way. Because when you bring that energy together, when you combine both male, female energy, it makes you powerful. Now, apparently, we're going into a new moon, and so this would be a good time to anyone who has crystals to use a little salt and water, wash them, put them into the windowsill, and let the moonlight re-energize them as well. Hello, Catherine. I have for you the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is about experimentation. And this is the kind of experimentation that allows you to grow, to expand. It's like digging up old recipes, like cookbook recipes, and trying them and saying, well, okay, this works, but maybe if I put a little more of this into it, then I'll find what I'm looking for. And it's also about an expansion around yourself, because sometimes when we put like vinegar and baking soda together, what do we get? We get that explosion like in a volcano. So there may be a little bit of an explosion around you, Catherine, but I think everything is going to work out just the way you want it to. And there's also talk about maybe you looking at either a new business or you're looking at going into a new company, but there's something new around business for you. Okay, hello, Lisa. I have for you the Ten of Pentacles. And I like the Ten of Pentacles because it's about contentment. It's about accepting where you are at this very moment and knowing that the energy from it is rejuvenation, it's love, it's happiness, it's everything that you're looking for. So they're saying that right now, be content where you are, because when changes happen, they could go faster than you anticipate, and they could become a little difficult in the movement of getting them to work. 1 second. All right, Renee, again, you're welcome. Rochelle, Lovey Cut Knife, and Leslie, you're welcome. Okay, Rochelle. Oh, the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is seeking contentment. You see how she's sitting there and the water's around her. It's not actually touching her. And this is about exploring deep inside your own soul, Rochelle, what you're looking for in life. Trusting your instincts, believing in yourself. That's really important. Now, I'm hoping everyone can hear me because I just realized that this picture is buried. So I'm hoping that everything's coming out nice and clear. And the other part about that, Rochelle, the Nine of Cups, is building your own castle, making it actually, making the structure the way you visualize it, not necessarily the way other people visualize it. All right, Lovely Cut Knife. Magic. Magic's in the air. Lovely. This is the Two of Pentacles, and this is all about magic. It's also about balance. It's achieving the end results. What you put out there comes back towards you. So be careful of your words. Choose them wisely, because you never know. If you say something, don't say anything in anger, because when we say it in anger, we tend to regret what we have said. So I'm just saying, be careful of what you say, but the energy you put out there, it's coming back towards you, Lovely. So it seems that there's a little magic in all of us. And I would say by that card, you have some of that magic wrapped inside of yourself. Penelope, you're welcome too. So are you, Catherine. Hello, Pamela. Pamela, I have for you, okay, just a minute, the Five of Pentacles. This means that you're in search of something. You're in search of an answer. My first instinct is to say no, but I also hear someone saying, well, give her some time. So there is a lady who I would say you're connected to, like your grandmother, who's passed over. Very possibly she's got one of your names, like Rose. And she is saying, take your time. Wherever it is you're going, don't rush to it. Take your time, drive safely, be careful. And that is extremely important for you to be careful when you're on the roads. Hello, Faye and Shar. Lisa, you're welcome. Hello, Marie. And hello to another Catherine, who is my niece, Tammy. And so starting with my cousin Faye. Hello, Faye. I hope you're having a good day and that you're dry and everything. You have the Two of Cups. And this is about union. So there's news of a marriage. But this is also about you and your husband taking time to just enjoy that sunrise or sunset, whichever one you prefer. I like both depending on the day. And this is about zoning in on the energy all around you. And by the way, your brother says to say hello. And it's also about rejoicing in life. Like, sometimes we forget to take those little things importantly. And so this is about rejoicing in life. Now, I don't know who Larry is to you, but I keep hearing the name Faye. So if you don't mind a little farther down, if you recognize the name Larry, if you could let me know. And if you do recognize him, who is he to you? Family, friend, or acquaintance? Hello, Shar. Shar, you have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is about letting go. It's also about keeping your memories close to your heart. And it's also about knowing that you're not being... Okay, so you feel like you've been stolen from because of the loss. But this tells me that you can come above that feeling, because no matter where you go, their memory is always going to be there. And they're going to be close to you, and they're going to care about you as well, even though you can't see them. But it's also about using your culture to bring you to that moment inside of your life where you have that feeling of, aha, I know I can do this. I know I can make it, because there are voices around you that are looking after you. So know that you're loved, and most important, know that your memories are precious. All right. Marie, good evening. I hope you're doing well. Marie, you have the Hierophant, and this is May, but I want to say it's also September 5th for some reason. So I don't know why that date popped in, but maybe there's something happening for you September 5th. But this is taking time to exercise, to meditate, to zone into your own core as to what's going on with you. It's about looking after your health. It's wellness, but it's also about spending time with family. So there's a few things here going on, and I would say that it's really important for you to look after yourself, especially right now and also in the future. But the other thing I'm feeling is that I sort of got another lady here, like a mom, who is saying that it's important for you to look after you. So I will put that out there, and remember, free will, totally up to you. Hello, Catherine. We have here the Five of Swords. Just a minute. Don't like that card. We have here the Ten of Wands for you, Catherine. And the Ten of Wands says that you pack a heavy burden, but see how you're climbing up that hill, and even though the burden looks awkward, you're still making it. So keep this in mind. You're a strong, beautiful, dynamic, powerful woman, and this isn't anything in this world that you can't get through, because you have will and determination, and you have a lot of ancestors standing beside you and helping push you up that hill. Okay, how many of you have watched the new series Ghost? It's on Prime, but we get it on Stack, but it's on TV. It is hilarious. If you haven't watched, version too. Yeah, and there is a British version. My daughter's in the background saying this. It is a hilarious movie or TV show. Sorry, TV show. You should watch it. Okay, Tammy. Ooh, Tammy. A little bit of the devil in you, is there? And this is a mischievous. This is sometimes borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. So be on top of your money. Okay. But this is also about longing to have someone that you haven't seen for a while come visit. But it's also about a man who's passed, like I'm going to say a father, or grandfather, possibly cousin or brother. I don't think it's a brother. But this is, who the heck is Peter? Okay, so this is, You're being visited by a ghost who wants you to know that everything is okay with him. He's got the cat, he holds it in his arms, and that everything is going to be fine. That not to worry. Things are going to work out the way you hope they will. They'll just be colored a little differently. So as long as you're okay with that, you're good to go. Okay, Rochelle. Well, you are welcome. Okay, well, thank you very much, Rochelle. She says here, if anyone has booked a one-on-one session with Darcy, you should. It's an amazing experience and very enlightening. She has helped our family so much. You are welcome, Rochelle. So you all know I am booking January, February into March. I am totally booked and beyond booked. So if you are interested, it's readingsbydarcy.com. And you go on, you can select a date, a time, and you pay everything there. Okay. Pamela, you are welcome. Amanda, wow, haven't seen you for a while. And Amanda, I feel like there's congratulations somewhere in the family here. So I don't know if it's to you or your mom, or whether someone's had a birthday, or I know, well, or an anniversary, but I'm supposed to say congratulations or happy whatever. It's from your dad. Okay. And Amanda, you have the Tower changes, Amanda. But these are good changes. These are changes. It's, like when you hit pivotal points inside your life, 40, 50, 60. Okay, I might never be any older than 60, but when you hit those points inside our lives, things about us change, Amanda. And they're saying that you have a change about you, and that just go with it. The house crumbles, because no matter what, you're that type of person. You have the energy to make things work for you. And they're also saying that there's a windy day coming up. So I don't know if that means you guys have a tornado coming or a hurricane. So I'm going to say, make sure everything is battened down, or you just have a big wind like we do coming up. Make sure everything's battened down so it doesn't fly off. All right. Elia, for you, I have the 5 of Cups. And it's interesting because this cup is about, don't look at what has spilt. Turn around and see what's still left, because that's what is going on around you right now. Don't look in the past, look to your future. Make a plan, develop it, draw it if you have to. But they're saying, don't look at what has spilt. There's an old saying about don't cry over spilt milk, and that's true. But I also get from this, it says to me that you're powerful. There isn't anything that you couldn't do if you set your mind to it. So I think it's really important for you to take on that mind frame of, I'm a goddess, and there isn't anything in this life I can't accomplish. Hello, Cheyenne. How are you doing? So Cheyenne, for you, the Ace of Wands. Again, I know you're an artist. So this is about your art, your craft, your creativity, the ability to start something new and to flow with it, even if it seems like sometimes it might go up in smoke, but that's just a figure of speech. This tells me that you can accomplish anything. And there's an opportunity for you to present your art either in a local gallery, restaurant, something where people are going to look at it. And I don't know if you actually play the guitar now, but if you don't, you should, because that could be part of what this art, this image of art is about. It's not always about the paintings and the drawings and the fact that you're probably looking at doing silk screening. Art is a creative energy, and I feel for you, Cheyenne, that creative energy is really important to be in part of your life, no matter where you go. Okay, so Faye, if Larry was a friend, does that mean he's passed? Because if he was, then that would explain the person who's here right now. So I'm just going to say, if he is alive, and then there is a very good chance he could be in touch. And congratulations, good news on the wedding, because it does look like it will be successful. Shar, you are welcome. And Patty. Patty, for you. The Six of Wands. This is a really beautiful and powerful card as well because it's about generosity, Patty. And it's being able to accept generosity. And the people in the background aren't everyday people. These are ghosts. So to me, this means that you have a lot of ghosts on the other side who are caring for you, and that there's a deepness inside that they are bringing forward. So, Christmas is coming and ghosts tend to show up all the time next to Halloween. And this is, to me, a spiritual card that says, listen, they are talking to you. There's a man, gentleman, a husband, I would think, by the feels of it. Oh, okay. Who knows Peter besides myself? Anyone else know a Peter, preferably dead? And if you do, please say yes and tell me what relationship he is to you. But Patty, I feel like I'm supposed to reach out and let you know you're loved. And I felt like you had a ring on your finger. And that ring symbolizes eternity at this particular time in your life. And it's something that you should hold on to closely. Okay, lovely. If you have a question, ask it. Jeannie, you're welcome. Tammy, was that for me? Oh, Tammy, probably. Okay, hearts, love. Just one second. Hearts, love, Joe. You have Three of Wands. And as you can see, he's waving his wand and he's making magic. And so when I look at this, I feel as though there's something you want inside your life, something close to your heart that maybe you haven't told other people. And it's like you have the ability to wave that magic wand and actually make it happen. All right. So I'm going to say whatever it is that you want, it's just at the tip of your fingers. And my granny, which Penelope has brung her up so many times, Granny Goodwitch, that she used to tell us, be careful. Don't point your magic finger. And it's been a long time since I've used, this is my magic finger right here, this one. Notice I'm not pointing with it. It's been a long time since I've used it, but the other night I just had this overwhelming feeling that it was time to point the finger. And what I did is when I pointed, I could feel the energy flows through me, and I made a protective circle around our apartment so nothing negative could come our way. Thank you, Rochelle, for putting up the website. Well, tell your mom, Amanda, that obviously your dad was thinking of her at the time, because I was definitely told to say happy anniversary. Okay, heart's love. Will you be hearing back from Jackson soon about a love offer? I've been feeling him a lot with my heart chakra. If it's meant to happen, like I said, it's right at your fingertip. It feels like it's so close. But I think that Jackson's a little hesitant about the love offer because he's afraid of being burnt. So maybe there's a few hurdles that you're going to have to go through so that he can feel or believe it's going to be real. So take your time. Don't rush into it, because sometimes when we get it, it's harder to let go of it if it doesn't turn out to be the way we had hoped it to be. Well, Amanda, I hope you and Donnie have a fantastic anniversary. And for Donnie, I pulled the Three of Cups. And this is celebration. So he should be celebrating the fact he has you in his life. And second and most important is he should make a date night for the two of you. And that, just enjoy yourself and go dancing. Who's Peter, Tammy? Do you recognize the name Peter? Or like I said, if anyone else does, please let me know. And Alicia, I have for you the Hermit. This is education. The Hermit's all about education. It's not about being a hermit and living in the bush like this person is. This is about knowledge. It's gaining knowledge. It's looking into different careers. It's looking into different ways of life. So, and Alicia, this is a time for you to start exploring where you think you want your life to go when you go to retire, or whether you go to travel. I mean, I always thought I'd like to retire, but I've come to the conclusion that I'm a workaholic. I need to work. So if I'm not doing this, then I will definitely, on top of this, have a day job, even if it's only part-time. So are you that type of person? Are you going to always need some sort of work around you to keep your mind energized and focused, to keep your life moving in the direction you want to see it? Cheyenne, yeah, I'm actually working on a painting currently. Haha, and I play guitar. Thanks for the reading. You're welcome, honey. Hello, Brenda, Jessica, Jelly, and Shar. Okay, just a minute before I go to Brenda and Jessica and Jelly. Shar, then I need you to know that Peter is around you, because I keep hearing his name and he keeps telling me, tell them not to worry, tell them not to worry. So I will put that to you so that you know that whoever is with him, be it your sons or your husband or your grandfather, they're all together and they're doing fine. Okay, Brenda, the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I can hear, what was that guy's, Monty something, as he does the show. But this one tells me that when I look at this Wheel of Fortune, it's like when you're spinning it, it's landed on the house, but you have what's close to your heart, your education, your food, your sunshine, your shining star, your health, and your possessions. And so for when I look at this one, what I think of is your health fine? Are you looking after yourself? Are you making sure that you're feeding yourself right? You're nurturing your soul with food, but you're also nurturing your soul with music and with spiritual connectiveness, to whether it's going to church or sitting in your own kitchen and just meditating and listening to music. It seems to be important that you really look after yourself, Brenda. Okay, nurture yourself. It is essential for you. Okay, Jessica. Jessica, the Three of Pentacles, the writings on the wall. Again, this normally also means someone's getting married, but this could be artistic endeavor, but it could be some child taking those markers and writing on the wall. And I told someone this once, and they went, no, I can't imagine the kids doing this. And she was referring to her grandchildren. They went to a hotel for the weekend with the grandchildren. They stepped out to get something. When they came back, the kids had drawn all over the wallpaper. So I'm just going to say, Jessica, if you got kids around you, you might want to be careful about drawing on the wall. The other portion of that is there is a wedding. I also feel for you. They said congratulations in order. I'm also hearing a pregnancy. So that means there's a baby coming around you somewhere, be that family or friend. But it's also about expanding your horizon where your work is concerned. So there's new opportunities being presented where you could be working in a different area or a different place. Congratulations. Jelly. I love it. Jelly dip. I love it. Could you pull a card for me, please? Yes. Four of Wands. Wow. There's a few weddings coming up. It must be because everyone put their wedding on hold over COVID. But this is a wedding, a celebration. It's a little bit of travel. So make sure you're inoculated before you travel anywhere, Jelly. But it's also about, okay, you could get arrested for dancing naked in the square. Okay, so think twice about that one. But it's about dancing, being free, celebrating the you-ness, the uniqueness of who you are. and not what everyone thinks you should be. As you can tell, most of you should by now. I don't believe that we should be what people think should be. I think we should be ourselves, and that's not always easy for people. And I do know that we all wear different hats. I mean, I wear a hat at work. I wear a hat in my family. I wear a hat with my friends. And so I'm a different type of person. But the part of my personality that counts the most is the one that shines through. Okay. And apparently that to strangers, I sort of scare them, which is sort of neat. Okay. That's warped, but it's neat. Okay. And Cheyenne, do you think I could get an education related reading? That'd be awesome. Cheyenne, education is a choice that we all make. I think you would be a fantastic teacher, police officer, counselor, artist, writing a book, psychologist. I think you could fit into any role that you put your mind to. But I think what you need to do is some testing to find out what draws your attention. I mean, if I had known growing up that being a medium would bring me so much joy, I would have concentrated on that my entire life. Okay, maybe in a way I did, because I didn't really come out with the highest grades in high school. But then one day I talked to someone and I thought, I've always wanted to look at the field of policing. And I went to university and I was going to go as a teacher. I took one class in law, never looked back. I decided to go into policing, and I got all the way to the point where I had a dream that I wasn't going anymore. And I thought, yeah, right, prove it. Well, they did. I broke my leg, took me out of the running. And then this is what happened. So even though education is something that's significant to each person, at the end of the day, even with the education, oh, there's a lot of parents out there that are going to hate me, that even with the education, it doesn't mean you're going to follow what you studied. But education is never a waste, because it teaches you who you are and what you stand for. So I would tell you to do a little soul searching first of what most important draws you to it. Second of all, what's the cost? Third, where do you have to move to actually make this education happen? And four, is this the dream that you'd wake up with 20 years from now? And that's a tricky one, because I can't say you're not going to say no. Okay. So I think that you really need to look beyond the idea or concept that any education would do. I think you have to fine tune it a little. Lovely. Can I get a message from Cheyenne? So Savannah. I'm going to ask you, is this person passed? So you're going to have to let me know yes or no. My instincts say yes. So just let me know down at the bottom. It makes it a little easier for me to answer it. Hearts, love. I've answered. Patty, you're welcome. Jessica, I did already. Well, hearts, love, you know what? All you can do is wait and see what happens. The more you try to push the issue, the farther he might get away. Okay. Brenda, can I pull a card for Tina? Yes, I have one. Six of Pentacles. This is about balancing money. And it's also about putting money away to make sure there's money for the now as we age and into our future. And this is really an important step for her. So tell her that it is important for her to pay attention to money, not to overspend. And that I don't know if she's already has a child or she's planning children, but I am seeing a child around her. Hearts, love, go ahead. Reach out to him one more time. And if he doesn't respond, leave it alone and see what happens. See if it's better if he comes to you. Hello, Carol. How are you? Merry Christmas to you and as to everyone else, which I'm certain you'll hear many times. Carol, I have the Four of Swords. And this is communication, but it's also about taking time for yourself to relax, to stretch out. This also makes me wonder if your back's acting up again. So making sure you're looking after your back. And it's also about at night, you've got visitors coming to you, like in fairies or in spirit. They're trying to say hello to make sure everything is okay with you. And they're also saying to remove the cobwebs. And when I think of that, Carol, I'm thinking of, that expression, you got cobwebs that you need to take care of because your brain's not working in the direction you want it to. So I'm going to say whatever is on your mind, you should sort it out and look at it and say, is it really worth spending all this energy on? And if it is, then go ahead and do it. Otherwise, I'm going to say, let it go. And there's a shift or a move around you. Sorry, I almost forgot that. There's a shift or a move around you. So you may be looking at going into a new area. Hello, Mary. Mary. Oh, I have the Empress. There's two things here that stand out. Her pregnant belly and the fact she looks a little green. Okay. So, Mary, there could be news of a birth. And you need to get your stomach checked. I don't know if you have an ulcer or whether you're just not digesting or you just have an upset stomach. But I would tell you that if your stomach's acting up, please go get it checked. Now, the apples make me think of the pectine. So it could be like if you're somewhere where you're a little green, a green apple, the peel of the green apple works as, if you don't have any antacids, it works as well. And the other two is about the planting the seed. And the seed could be seed of knowledge. It could be like planting the idea of a new home. But there's something about planting a seed around you. Plus, I have a gentleman here who would like he keeps saying mom to me. So I don't know if that's your mom who's passed or whether or not there's a son who's passed who's saying, tell mom I'm okay. Okay. So I am going to put that out there. That's what I'm hearing. Tell mom I'm okay. And that's how he's saying it. Amanda, you're welcome. Hello, Jeanette. How are you? Well, 1 second. Gonna have a drink here. Okay. Jeanette. This is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords, as you can see, she looks like she's tied up and bound and trapped, but truly she's not. The Eight of Swords is about stop, listen, pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to yourself, to your body, to your messages. No one knows you better than you know yourself. And I know people like to say, oh, I know you. But the truth is, no one knows you like you know yourself. This is about writing. So maybe there's a story you should be writing. And this is about really, Jeanette, looking after yourself. But there's also a little bit of noise about you looking for a new position. So this could be a new job. And there's celebration. So I don't know for you too if someone's just had a birthday, but I will put it out there because that's what it feels like. Celebration of a birthday. Okay. Thank you, Shar. And Alicia, you're welcome and happy holidays. Jelly Dip, you're welcome as well. And Shar is saying to Jessica that happened to her a few months ago. Her grandsons marked up a hotel room with markers. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Lovely. Okay, you said yes, but I'm not sure what the yes is about. Cheyenne, wow. You were in law school? That's awesome. That's what I currently plan on going into. I just want to make sure it's what I want before I put money towards it. Thank you again. Then Cheyenne, sleep on it. Ask Spirit, is this my choice? And you will get an answer. Hearts love, you're welcome. Hello, Marion, my friend. How are you? Marion, you have the sun. Look at this celebration. This is money coming towards you, Marion. And this is celebration. This is rejoicing. I know you got one wedding, but there could be a second. This could also be, again, there's a birth. I will have to say COVID is creating a lot of babies. So there could be a birth around you as well. And strangely enough, I think Eric might have a new love. So that's good too. Carol, you're welcome. Hello, Erica. Brenda, you're welcome. And so is Shar. Yes, I'm going to say yes to you. Okay, Erica. I don't want that card tonight. Erica, you have, the Six of Cups, love. Okay, this is celebrating love, but I'm going to do this several ways because this is a new love for someone around you, like, the first crush, but this is love for you. This is that feeling that love's been there all the time. So I don't know if you're in a partnership, and if you are, then I would say you're in the partnership you're meant to be, but it's really important. The cups is all about communication. So that could be about keeping the communication alive. And the Six of Cups always makes me think of June and celebration. And there, June used to be the month to be married in. Oh yeah, I should know. I was married in that month once upon a time. And so what I'm thinking is there's a celebration in June, and that it's coming from the heart. You're getting flowers from someone. I get a mother's love or a grandmother's love around you. So normally that means someone for me who has passed. And it's okay once in a while to let your guard down. That's what I'm supposed to say. And yes, Shar, I would say it's your baby Thomas. Well, Jeanette, wish her happy birthday. I hope she had a fantastic day. Okay, so lovely. What I feel when I think of, is it Savannah? What I feel is, first of all, peace. But the other thing I feel is like she gives you, she must have been young, because I feel like there is so much that you wish she could have seen in this life, and yet she witnesses it all the time. So I need you to know she's okay, and that I feel from her love. Jacqueline, hello. And I believe you're new because I don't recognize you. Jacqueline, I have for you the Hangman. It always makes me think of the inversion bed, but as you can see, he's hanging from a broom. And this is patience, Jacqueline. This is learn to have patience. Things will come to you as you need. Now, it's also a representation of December. And so for me, it could be next December, not this December, that what you are waiting for has to take a full circle to get to where you want it to be now. So have patience, and it will get there. I want to say, don't be afraid of taking the leap of faith that what you're after can be achieved, because it seems to be important that I say it to you. Now, I don't see anyone else right now. So in the background is my daughter, Ashley. She is my administrative coordinator for my show as well as my website. Erica, you're welcome. And I'm going to pull her a card, okay? And I pulled the Seven of Cups for her. And what I'm going to do is ask all of you to say one thing about this card for her. So whoever feels like saying something, whatever comes into your mind, just look at the card for a few minutes and write in the comments what you're seeing. Now, for me, I see dreams.
For me, I see too many goddamn choices.
Yeah, for my daughter in the background, she says she sees too many choices. Lovely says powerful. Yes, I do believe she is. And if any of you have seen her artwork, she's an amazing artist. And Lovely, thank you very much for I love my gift. And I know my sister does and my brother does. Oh, Amanda says a decision to be made. That's true. Okay. So I'll tell you what, as you leave them, she'll get to look at them later. But, one of the things I'd like to say is having this gift has always been unique. I never know when it's going to work because, sometimes Spirit has this thing about staying away from me. And then other times it works over time. So I was in Alberta with my sister. And if anyone wants to see a really cute shop in Alberta, it's called Where the Fairies Live. And it's a gem psychic store. Very, very cute. We were in there. And the young lady in there is just really beginning her gift. And I was explaining to her that sometimes you just have to close your eyes and listen. And what I really liked about it is her father and her birth father came through and were at least able to talk to her. So sometimes as you're making a decision, all you have to do is stop and listen and feel the energy inside of you and listen to what is being said or what you smell or feel. And it may not make sense to you, but when you say it out to someone, it may actually make sense to them. Well, Shar, it is an amazing place. And for anyone who's in Alberta and wants a reading, as you know, my sister Penelope lives there, and she does do readings by phone as well as in person. Amanda, have you ever had a dream that isn't a dream that shows flashes of something, an old movie picture, and heard words? Yes. Yes, I have. And it can be sometimes a little crazy. And it's not always a dream. I can sit here and all of a sudden, my friend Marion can confirm this. Sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'll get those flashes and hear something. And I can't remember what I said to Marion at the time, but she turned around and said to me, "Get out of my head." But it was something from her. And that's how it works for me. So, and if anyone wants to connect to Penelope, you can find her on Facebook under Penelope Beardsley. So, is that a vision? Yes, it is a vision. Sometimes I will touch people and I'll get the same feeling. And that's why a lot of times I don't touch people, is because if I pick something up off of them, it can be anything from joy to sadness. So I'm very selective about who I'll touch, or if I go to hug someone, I always make sure I've got a protective shield around me so that I don't have to worry about picking up any kind of energy. All right. Well, everyone, Penelope and I will be back next week at 6:30 p.m. And yes, energy vibes are really there. So may you all have a fantastic weekend, and may love, joy, peace, happiness, and prosperity find you all in mysterious ways. Blessed be everyone, and thank you so much for coming on to the show. I love your energy. Have a good night. Bye.